So, good morning.
Good morning. So, a little while ago, a week or so ago, you had an interview with Sandy Sedgbeer, and you were talking about what you were noticing in people's spaces around anxiety.
Yes, I've been anxious all week to talk about this.
So I want to hear more.
Okay, so we're going to break this out in a couple of places. So I think let me just talk for a minute about what's going on. You know, a lot of the free lectures that we do, I talk about these waves of light that are coming in, these cosmic waves of light. And at the solstice in June, there was a whole grouping of the wave splits, and so there were these patterns. And it was creating a opening. And part of that opening was really very much about where people were in the past. All their baggage has to come out. You can't take your baggage on this trip. And a lot of times we have resistance to it, and I don't want to talk about it, and I don't want to deal with it. I didn't like it the first time, etc. And so that holding back, that resistance, created a lot of tension in the last year because it's coming out and you're pushing down, and I don't want to deal with it, and those kind of things. Since the solstice in June, those waves have loosened everything up. So it's a matter of if you can just pull your attention back into balance or have fun or be happy. A lot of that is now just finding its way through the seams of yourself and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
And many people have said, oh, I'm feeling a little calmer, I'm not as pushed on, etc. Then with the solstice that we just went through in September.
Equinox? Fall
Equinox. Oh, the other way around. You're right. Equinox, solstice in June.
Right.
And so the equinox has opened it up even a little bit more. But one of the pieces that is in this particular equinox is room for preparation. It's time to kind of get prepared. It's very similar to the analogy I made is you get that period in the fall where all of a sudden the weather's really nice and it's comfortable, and you've got kind of these 2-week periods, and then all of a sudden this cold front comes in. But during that 2-week period, the purpose of that was really to go and prepare maintenance for the winter. And we're in a place of maintenance and preparation right now, but I'm not sure people are watching it. But one of the other parts of that is this anxiety is coming up. And as I talk to people and I watch it and I sit down and kind of get into a state and really clairvoyantly look at it, talk to the archangelics, there is a time coming where there's going to be a winter. Not to make that scary, it's just going to be a time, and the question is, are you prepared? And this level of shift that's coming about is going to be very much unlike shifts that occurred in the past. Not necessarily bad, but something that you're not used to and not accustomed to, and pretty much unprepared for. So this preparation is what's really being presented right now. And one of the things that, as I look at it, the anxiety is underlying anxiety. I can't put my finger on it, but I just kind of feel really anxious.
What I've been noticing is on social media, people are arguing more, and they're defending their limitations more than they used to.
They're not nice.
They're not nice. They're complaining.
Yeah, not everybody clearly.
Yeah, but more and more I'm seeing that energy come. So is that connected to?
Absolutely. So it's this anxiety, and it's like I'm really getting uncomfortable, plus or minus in everybody's space.
And that anxiety makes them grumpy.
Grumpy and reactionary, and words like that. There are no bad people, but there's an off balances. And so one of the aspects of where, particularly all of you playing in Mastering Alchemy, and really anybody else, is you want to pay attention to words like balance and neutral and ease, and very much stay on your side of the rose. But there's also words like integrity that begin to be involved. And so as you step into this fifth dimensional space, all those words become very intricate in creating the space and holding the space and occupying the space. But integrity, respect, mastery, those are fifth dimensional words that are lived. And when they're lived, the navigating through the anxiety becomes very manageable.
Here's an example. So yesterday I had a number of errands and my workout, a number of things to do, and it was one right after the other. And ordinarily, I would have some anxiety about, okay, if that appointment runs late, am I going to miss this next one? And I did what you just mentioned about being masterful and balanced in present time, and the whole day just passed through easily, and there wasn't any anxiety.
Yeah. So we talked about this a little bit last week too, in terms of how do I communicate with people? How do I engage with people? And one of the things we said is, what are you all about? And it's when you're in your space and in your excitement and in all about you, it's very easy to enjoy yourself, one, by yourself, and two, it begins to be more comfortable engaging with other people because you have things to engage with them about on your terms.
Yeah.
And these aren't random conversations we're having. These are the pieces that are allowing the stepping stones, in a way, to really begin to put your foot over here and put your foot over there. And it's really a time that requires, it's really get up in the morning and say, this is going to be a great day, rather than just get up in the morning and kind of move through your day, and all of a sudden it's 11:30 in the morning. And maybe you did things, but how many of them were intentional?
Yeah.
How many of them were in present time? How many of them were enjoyed? And it's in that place where you set your day. How many times have we talked about this too, and we're doing it more and more. It's really a place where one of my most successful periods of time was when I had my list. And at the end of the day, I'd check off my list, and I would be really clear what wasn't done and what's for tomorrow, and what I have to do tomorrow in addition, and what I need to get done tomorrow for the next day. And I stayed really pretty much in that about 3 days, yesterday and tomorrow space. And I kept my attention on it the whole time. And extremely successful period of time. And so we're doing that more and more now. And I'm finding, like you just said, the day just goes through, and lots more is getting done.
Well, you said something yesterday. I heard you in your office, and you were on the phone, you were doing something, I don't know what you were doing, but I heard you say something like, well, that turned out well. Do you remember?
Yes.
And
I sharpened my pencil. It was really exciting.
But it was like you were saying, good job, Jim.
Yeah.
I was successful.
Yeah. And it was something that happened that was successful. And really take the moment to acknowledge it, because we don't do that. We just move to the next event. And so being successful, pat yourself on the back, but recognize it. Set your list, because it really is a time of preparation. And what's coming, again, not fearful or upsetting or disturbing, is new. It's really new. It's comes out of a place that if I'm even close to what I'm watching, it creates movement for different things. That some are wonderful, some are disruptive. So, but I think it's the people seeing, people being aware of it, people starting to touch what's coming in their sensory perceptions.
And not having the tools
not having clarity about what it's going to be.
And what to do about it.
And what to do about it. So, just a piece of information that anxiety is not unique to you. If you have this level of off-balanceness, I can't quite put my finger on it. Nothing's really wrong, but I'm not really okay from that standpoint. You are absolutely not alone. It's this whole level of shift that we're in today. So,
got it.
Good. So, what's your winter going to look like in practical terms that you can anticipate?
And how do you prepare for it?
And how do you prepare for it right now? So, I have to go out and turn the garden over.
I have to rake the leaves.
Good.
Take the netting off the grapes.
Would you turn the garden over too? So, we'll talk about something next week. Have a good week.